Welcome back to your monthly dose of science. I'm your host, Boston PhD, joined as always by Dr. Moon.
Hello.
We're here to talk about Shogun Showdown, the show.
Sure.
The last time we get to make that joke, the show.
That's what you think.
That's true.
So, hey, Boston.
Yeah.
Really quick update on Show.
Uh-huh.
You know the parchment scroll at the top of each run starting thing?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did you know you can hit the up directions and see what each of those stamps is? Because I didn't until today.
Did not. Would have been good information. What does it tell you up there?
It's a bunch of challenges.
Oh.
And it's like, complete a run and have at least 70 instances of people doing damage to each other. Complete a run and take no more than 7 hits throughout the entirety of the run. And here's an even better thing. Each character has loadouts that you can change, which is at the bottom of the screen.
Okay. This game had a really good tutorial, and I wish that was included in it.
Me too. I literally found that out like 6 hours ago. I was like, wait, what?
It's a bummer.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Okay.
Because let me tell you, the rodent starts with a different loadout. If you I have 3 loadout options. The second one is blanked out because it says I need 3 stamps. And I was like, what stamps?
All right, what are you talking about?
And then I went up, and it's like, oh, it's up there. It's that scroll thing that gets filled out the more you play.
That's interesting. That's cool, though.
It's the post-it note equivalent of this.
Right.
To use the Binding of Isaac parlance.
Right.
And yeah, you start with different abilities and everything, dude. It's ridiculous.
That's really cool. I wish I had known about that. Okay. Well,
yeah, me too.
That's good. So for this episode,
there you go.
We're going to talk about our final thoughts of this this onion that we're peeling back new features in Shogun Showdown. We'll ask the question we do every month, which is, are we going to keep playing this game? And then we'll find the place for this game in the infallible list of the best roguelikes of all time at weroguelikeit.com. All right, Moon, what are your final thoughts on Shogun Showdown?
You want to know what this game is great for? Listening to music.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can just put a pair of headphones in and jam away to a Ghost album.
Yeah.
Check out Critical Misses.
That's right.
And I don't have to listen to the music because the entire thing is visually represented really well on the screen.
And to be clear, the soundtrack is really solid, but there's not a lot of variety in it, to be fair.
No.
Yeah.
Nope. And yeah, I mean, I kept playing it so much that I beat day 6 today.
Jeez. Killing it.
Yeah, dude, it's not easy.
No, yeah. Do you think you're going to continue to play it?
I mean, as long as it remains in my top 5 slots, then yes, right. I will remember it exists and keep playing it, probably.
Right. Better stay in that top 5, buddy.
Yep.
Yeah, I really like this game. And like I said, I think it was last week, it's not you, it's me, Shogun Showdown. I can't slow down. I don't know if that's like my inner nature or whatever, or how I approach this game, or like where I'm at in life right now. Man, I'm terrible at this game because I just will not slow down in a way that I usually don't struggle with. And I think that has affected my time with Shogun Showdown pretty considerably. And again, this is a really great game, and I'm not going to say like it's number 50 on our list because I'm bad at it. But I definitely did not get as far as I had wanted to, largely because I need to pump the brakes. Just put the brakes on a little bit. And I wasn't able to.
I mean, I would recommend you keep it in your top 5 slots and then just literally play it when you don't have to do anything else.
It's really good, I think, for shorter runs too. So if I need like a palate cleanser, or if I'm looking to just play something for half an hour.
One of those stamps is a 30-minute stamp, by the way. And
like
one of them is
finish a run in under 30 minutes.
Finish a run in under 30 minutes and finish a run in under like 4,000 moves or something like that.
Jeez, those are cool challenges, though. I gotta give him credit for that. All right. So before we start recording this, we figured that we would start here at around number 25, which is Peglin. So we're gonna ask the question here: is Shogun Showdown better than Peglin?
I like this game more, yes.
Yeah, I think I like Peglin a lot, but the two of them are so different on almost every regard that I it will be harder to compare the two, but I think I like it better than Peglin. I like Peglin a lot, though. Oh, this one's tough. Is Shogun Showdown better than Halls of Torment?
I think so because I like this game a lot more than I like Diablo like, and I don't have any connection to Diablo 1.
Sure. I like Halls of Torment a lot, especially the square grid. Um,
hmm
yeah, I think from like a strategy standpoint and maybe kind of sort of like a uniqueness standpoint,
hmm
I think you can look at Shogun Showdown and look at it and say, well, it's 2D Into the Breach. And I think it's a little bit too, maybe boiling it down a little bit too much. Um, but I think they share similar DNA. I agree. I think this would go above Halls of Torment. It's really tough because so many of these games and even the top like 30 are so good nowadays. I want to say like I can't this game can't only be top 25, but like there's a lot of incredible games here in most of the list.
Yep.
Shogun Showdown better than Returnal? Ooh, it's easier? Question mark.
Easier. More approachable.
That's for sure. Yeah, yeah. Definitely intended to be an easier experience. I
I don't
would
even know if it's easier. I just think it's more approachable.
the difficulty curve I think is a lot more. It isn't like 85 degrees straight up. It's a much more
Uh-huh.
smooth grade.
Yeah,
I would
I
say
would put her above it if I'm
yeah,
completely honest.
I think I would too, just from like an approachability standpoint, at the very least. Is Shogun Showdown better than Loop Hero? Ooh. Oh man, I really love Loop Hero. Thinking about
I
playing
do
that again
too,
the
but
other
I
day.
think I think I have more fun playing Show. Like
I think
at
Shogun.
a certain point, Loop Hero just becomes a really intense grind. Like I said when I
Right.
posted that, like don't go for the full gamer score on that game. It's
No.
ridiculous.
And also, like, I think part of Loop Hero.
Well, having said that, Show does have odd numbered achievements.
That's true. That is a mark against it. I think one of Loop Hero's, I think, strengths, but also potential weaknesses is its kind of nebulous nature of like, what does this thing do? How does it? What is this card? What does this tile interact with? How do I do X, Y, and Z? Like, I know that's part of the game's strength, and I think that is a strength for a lot of people. But I do appreciate a lot of Shogun Showdown's direct nature of this does that, this does this. Every time you go to a shop, you get a potion. Like it's a lot more straightforward.
Well, maybe you do. I don't at day 7.
Well,
You,
I
you
mean, yeah,
get if you're lucky.
you're getting way in there. Yeah. I would say Shogun Showdown goes over Loop Hero for me.
Yeah, I think so.
Is Shogun Showdown better than Genesis Alpha 1? Oof.
I really like Gen Alpha 1, but the Shogun Showdown is a more finished and polished game.
Yeah. Again, if for anyone that maybe is a new listener, part of Genesis Alpha 1's charm is that it is
Completely broken and beta, it feels like.
it's a passion project from a small team very clearly, but the bones that it has are really good. It's a really good game.
Uh-huh.
It is.
Also, I hate space spiders, for the
Oh
record.
my
I just
god, yeah.
want to put
Stop
that
putting
on
spiders in space, people. Yeah.
the.
Yeah, I'm okay with putting it above that. Is Shogun Showdown better than Enter the Gungeon? I mean, it has a
This is a
lot
you
less
one because
puns.
I think it is. but I also didn't put 7,000 bajillion hours into Enter the Gungeon.
I think for me, I think if we go back to the approachability standpoint we were just talking about with Returnal, I think Shogun Showdown is more approachable than Enter the Gungeon. I think Enter the Gungeon requires more, like, not crazy about this phrase of thumb skill. I think it requires more of that, which is kind of a double edged sword for Enter the Gungeon. Um, but I think from an approachability standpoint, I think Shogun Showdown is easier to get into, and I think it again has a much easier difficulty curve. So I think I'd put it above. Shogun Showdown's cool, man.
I would, yes.
Is Show better than Monster Train? Oh boy.
I think I prefer Show over Monster Train.
Yeah.
But and that's not my deck assist. That's my hatred of deck building games.
I hear Moon hates decks of cards.
I've been labeled as a deck assist by people I know, so
that's right.
I'm trying to get rid of that stigma. We'll say
that's right. We're getting there.
I do like Monster Train. I genuinely do. But like I said, like I sat down this morning, I listened to Ghost album, I made notes while I was listening, and at no point did I feel pressured into. And honestly, Boston, that helped me a lot. Was like listening to an album and making notes. That helps me slow down so much because it's like I'm not just. Yeah, I'm not just doing this thing, and it's like, okay, now where was I? Let me just examine the board again before I make my next move.
That's a good point. Yeah. Yeah, I think Shogun Showdown's maybe it's. I don't mean this to be a negative, but I don't know how else to put it because I'm exhausted. It's a little bit more simple on the surface than Monster Train is. You know, you could technically call Shogun Showdown a deck builder, but you only have like 4 cards at a time.
Oh, 4 or 5 cards. Yes.
Yeah, and you're not really drawing them; they just have a cooldown. But Monster Train, I think, again, its strength is its complexity, and it's not the most complex game we've ever played on the show, but it's definitely more complex than Show. I think I would put it above, personally.
I would, yes.
Is Shogun Showdown better than Risk of Rain? Oh boy.
Well, Show didn't lie. It hid the truth, but
True.
It didn't lie.
True. Hashtag callback. This one's really tough for me because I really like Risk of Rain. This isn't the hill I die on, but I like Risk of Rain a lot. I feel like they both have both of their strengths are their simplicity. Like Risk of Rain doesn't really have that much stuff in it if we're talking about kind of the original, and you can break that game by just getting 10 copies of one strong item, which is great, but like it doesn't have 400 items and 300 trinkets and etc.
You say that like it doesn't have 400 items, but it does. It has so many items in that game, dude.
In which one? Like, Risk of Rain?
Risk of Rain, yes. It has so many items.
Eventually it does. I'm mostly thinking about Risk of Rain 2, where I feel like they took like maybe a step too far, I think. I'm gonna leave this one up to you.
I would put it above it because I think I it's probably, it could be recency bias, but like personally, like the Risk of Rain can kick you in the teeth real quick if you're not careful.
Yeah, that's true.
Whereas I think this game very much like Into the Breach is like, no, I made a mistake. It was me. It was my fault for not. Thinking,
I lost the run.
I can clearly see that the guy behind the enemy I'm about to kill already has 2 attacks lined up and is going to hit them the second I kill him.
Yep.
Why didn't I use my teleportation as part of that big chain?
Right, like why I see the mistake I made 4 moves ago. That was on me. That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. I agree with that. I'll put that above. Is Shogun Showdown better than Void Bastards? My question for you here in pitting
Mhm.
these two against each other is Void Bastards, when we were playing it, we very clearly hit a brick wall halfway through the game where it's like, oh, this game got serious in a way
Y-
that feels weird.
And
Do
super punishing if you happen to die like right near the
yeah.
end. Like
Do
when you
you
get deeper into the layers, like it's so hard.
do you feel like now that you're many days into Shogun Showdown, do you feel like Shogun Showdown sort of executed the scaling difficulty better than that? That's the thing I would want to put head to head, I think, for me.
I think so because I think it does an incredibly good job of like introducing new skills and new abilities and new modifiers all of the
Mm-hmm.
time.
That's true. Unlocking
Like
items with boss skulls, that's a system that felt really good.
yeah, and then before you know it, you're like, dude, I got the kunai, which might be my favorite item in the game, like
Mm-hmm.
easily my favorite item in the game. It throws a kunai across the screen, but it does one damage, but it throws however many kunai you have is the damage number. So if you have a 3 damage
Wow,
kunai, it throws 3 kunai. So if
that's
you've got
wild.
3 people in a row with 1 HP, you kill all 3 people.
That's really cool. Man, this game is smart. Dang.
And like, it's a really cool power because it's got like a pretty high cooldown. But like, I ended up getting the if you kill an enemy with it, you end up it refreshes itself immediately.
Wow. Dang.
And like that was an incredible loadout. And then you tally on top of that the skill that gives you +1 damage for attacking over 4 spaces away. And it's like, yeah, I'm a camp on the far side
That's
of the
right.
map
I'll be back
and just
here.
throw kunai at everybody.
That's
Because
wild.
then I've got like I think I had a damage 4 kunai that was doing 2 damage each kunai. So I
Jeez.
was doing 8 damage per attack, and it refreshes immediately because I killed somebody with it. And it's like,
And that's what's so cool about this game is like the when you get powerful like that, it feels like you have stumbled onto a really cool build and the game is like, "No man,
Mhm.
you got that together. Go ahead. Like
Yeah,
go beat the game."
like that's the thing for me is like it feels a lot less punishing on the higher difficulties,
Yeah.
compared to Void Bastards. Like Void Bastards was like, I literally the last week we played Void Bastards, I got up to a point where I was like, oh yeah, I'm literally stuck here. I keep getting one-shotted by everything on the level
Right.
I'm currently at, and I can't go up because I don't have fuel.
I wonder if
And
they
then it
ever
was like,
fixed
yep,
that. I should look into that.
it's like, yep, I'm done. Like I'm still at the same point.
So I think it sounds like we're putting it above Void Bastards then.
I think so, yes.
Is Shogun Showdown better than Neon Abyss? I really like Neon Abyss.
Oh,
I
I really
think
like Neon Abyss too.
I think remembering Neon Abyss, I think the thing that we were always frustrated by is even as we got deeper and deeper into the game and got into the more difficult content, that initial weapon was still kind of the best as long as you
Hmm.
upgraded it. And I feel like for us, there wasn't like your loadout wasn't really weapon dependent as much as it seems like it would have been in that game. And
Yeah,
Shogun Showdown, that is your loadout. Like your loadouts are your quote unquote cards that you have. So
yeah,
that feels way more impactful that way.
I think so. Yeah, I think I would probably go above it.
Yeah, at least for variety's sake, I think.
Yeah.
Is Shogun Showdown better than Dreamscaper? Oh boy.
I love Dreamscaper, but Dreamscaper was very like I'm gonna put Shogun Showdown above Dreamscaper, and this is not a stab against Dreamscaper. The way the combat and the action flowed in Dreamscaper was very generic, like you've seen it
Yeah.
before. I think Dreamscaper's setting and like
The
the
story.
chapters and the story and
Yeah.
everything was incredibly well done.
Yeah.
but just the gameplay itself was the part where Dreamscaper felt a little bit generic. It was
Yeah.
very well executed. It was really fun to play, but
Yeah.
it felt generic as hell.
Yeah, I agree. Is Shogun Showdown better than Spirit Hunter's Infinite Horde? Oh boy, I
I
really
think
like
so.
Spirit Hunters.
I mean, I do too. I genuinely love Spirit Hunters. I think it's a fantastic game. It's really fun to play. Spirit Hunters really irritated me towards the end with like the challenges and stuff like that. Like I've
Yeah,
only got like 4 achievements left in it, and I just haven't gone back to it because I feel no desire to go in and do like, okay, I need to do this challenge on extreme difficulty, and if I don't do it perfectly, then I've got
yeah.
to restart the thing again, kind of
And
thing.
I think as much as I like Spirit Hunter's Infinite Horde, I think Shogun Showdown overall is a stronger package. And again,
Mhm.
Spirit Hunters isn't a bad game. I just think when you look at it as a total package, I think Shogun Showdown is stronger than Spirit Hunters.
Yeah.
Okay. Scooching it up here. Oh boy, head to head. Here we go. Is Shogun Showdown better than Into the
No.
Breach?
No.
No. I
No.
agree. I think that's where we stop it here
Into the
for
Breach is a masterpiece of this kind of game,
yeah.
and we've said it several times while talking about Shogun Showdown over this little period. I think I think it takes its inspiration from Into the Breach really, really well,
Mm,
and like I just think Into the Breach is it's a little bit better.
yeah, I agree. All right, well, that means Shogun Showdown is here at number 14. Way up there in the list.
Mhm.
Almost there breaking the top 10. Here at number 14 of the list of the best roguelikes. Any other list you might be seeing out there is wrong because it's not at weroguelikeit.com. And
That is correct.
it wasn't agreed upon by science. So how can science be wrong? It can't.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you very much, everyone, for listening. That finishes our coverage of Shogun Showdown. Don't forget that the next game is Into the Restless Ruins. There's a brand new game here in from 2 weeks ago at time of recording. So we're going to be playing that for the next month. Thank you so much. We'll see you all next run. Bye.
Bye.